Warning. Severe mouth breather ahead. Alright, so I'm going to be pulling out the transmission on my truck. I drained the oil out of this thing, and yeah, the metal flakes in this thing are crazy. So it's time for a change. I think I'm going to throw in a 47 RE or a 48 RE and hope for the best. Look at all the flakes. There's some decent chunks in there. This thing's just pissing out glitter. We're down to the last little bit. It's been draining for about 5 minutes now. But yeah, that does not look good. Yeah, it looks like glitter. I'm gonna start pulling out the front drive line and then move on to the rear drive line. So I really need a lift. This sucks working under a vehicle like this. Anyway, here we go. So I need to get in and get, I don't know if you can see that. Get those 4 bolts off that flange for the front drive line. And then pull that out. And then move on to the rear drive line. Pull off those straps off the U-joint there. And get that all pulled off of there. Well, it looks like my carrier bearing kind of looks like poop. Look, rear seal leaking everywhere. I wonder if there's any oil even in the fucking transfer case. So I ended up removing the skid plate that sat right here. But there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bolts. Wasn't too bad. That was probably the easiest thing I've done so far. So here's the flange that I'm talking about for the front drive line. I'm gonna have to get in there and remove those. So the skid plate had to come off to get access to that, because that actually the skid plate covered this area and made it a little bit more difficult to get in and pull the flange off. So here we go. I'm gonna get that sucker out of there. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to loosen probably like these two up, then rotate the whole assembly. I'll have to remove that, the front aspect of it, to be able to turn that. Yeah, and then hit the other 2 bolts and then continue on. All right, so this is how I'm getting in there. I'm just using a wrench and hitting it with a rubber mallet. But here a second ago when I was hitting on it, I was hearing some clanking. I don't know if you can. There's a lot of noise coming from that. I think, what is that, double cardan joint? Oh yeah, look, can you? This thing is shot. Look at that. This is the worst one I've seen in a long time. I don't even think there's a. I guess that's where a lot of my vibrations have been coming from. Ooh, that's funny. I guess I need to make it a point to hop under the truck and kind of move things around a little bit. But that is, yeah, that's going to have to get reworked. That's no bueno. Anyway, continue on. All right, I got to pull off that U-joint down there. And that way I can proceed on pulling out that front drive line. I don't feel like jacking up the wheels so I can spin everything around. Get to the other 2 bolts. Oh. All right. Oh. I really need to get a vehicle lift. This sucks. This all sucks. At least I'm not doing this in gravel like I used to when I was younger. Change a transmission in the gravel. Like, who does that? I don't know what size that is. That looks like an 8 millimeter. Oh man. Yeah, this little tool is pretty cool. It doesn't have the power to break the bolts, but once you get them loose, it sure does make it nice to pull them out. Oh geez, I'm gonna need a wobble on that. Gotta put on a wobble extension because I can't fit it in there from the angle of the drive line. And there we go. So I gotta break it and this little tool's been awesome. Uh-oh. That one felt like it's rounded off. Oh, heck yeah it is. Alright. That sucks. Well, let me go grab an 8 millimeter. Alright. So, I was actually able to loosen it by using a 6-point socket versus the 12 that I had on there. So we're good to go now. Finally moving forward. That was probably a good 20 minutes down the drain. Yay! I win. I win. I win. All right. Rubber mallet. Where are you? Squish. So now we got to take out, got to pull off this deal. Got a bearing in there, a little rubber assembly that keeps your drive line in place. And then we'll pull that out of the transfer case, and then we can start pulling out the rest of the crap. Alright, so we're going to start pulling this out, and I just got stuff in my eyes. Probably should be wearing glasses. Alright, so there's 2 bolts that are actually inside this unit that holds this deal on, or we can pull these out that are actually accessible. There's, I believe, 4 bolts on 2 on each side. And those look a little bit more easier to get to than trying to access just this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and start running around with that. So I usually don't wear these full suits, you know, to keep yourself clean after you're done working on your vehicle. But today I was like, you know, I'm going to put this thing on. Well, I have gas, and every time I fart, it comes right there into my face every time I fart. Just a friendly warning, any of you that are going to put one of these on that's never wore one, I totally forgot about that part. Anyway, it stinks under here. I keep farting. So, I was getting ready to pull this out, and you see a little bit of the fluid there? Yeah, I forgot to drain it. So, I'm not exactly sure which plug on here is it, but I'm going to guess that's probably the one to take out. So, I'm going to pull that plug. Hopefully all the fluid comes out. And then we'll be done with the rear drive line, and we could finish pulling off the front one.